On the debt ceiling includes promised reductions in income tax rates. Very important, reductions in income tax rates. Looks like President Obama is looking favorably on that. Are we dreaming here? Club for Growth President Chris Chocola live with us from Washington, D.C. Am I dreaming here? But that Gang of Six plan does indeed include cuts in income tax rates, and the president says he's looking favorably on it. Is this real?
Well, yet to be determined, I think, Stuart. The fact that Tom Coburn is a proponent of this plan, was involved in its development, I think gives it credibility and encourages conservatives to take a good examination and scrutiny of it. My concern is that it's not going to hold up to the scrutiny, though, for two initial reasons. One is that Paul Ryan's Budget Committee has already pointed out that they're using a baseline that really results in this looking like a $2 trillion tax hike, not a tax cut. And secondly, it's asking us to all have faith in Congress that they'll do the hard work later. Trust us to do the hard things in the future. And I don't know when the last time that they've done something to instill that trust in us. Why don't we just do the hard things now, and then we'll be able to judge whether this is good or bad.
I would agree with that. I can't see how at the end of the day, Democrats or this administration are going to agree and put in writing and vote yes on cutting personal income tax rates. This Gang of Six plan suggests that we reduce the top rate of personal income tax from 35% to 29%. That's the exact opposite of what the Democrats have always wanted. I can see them negotiate away, or dark room, back room, smoke and mirrors, get rid of it. I can see that coming a mile off.
Well, everything Congress does is really to put off the hard work. Certainly the McConnell plan that we saw was trying to escape liability. The only thing that really does the hard work now, and I think is a permanent fix to our fiscal problems, is a cut, cap, and balance plan that passed the House last night. Yep. I think that's really what the Senate should be looking at, and that's what the American people should be supporting and demanding right now.
Okay, but we both know that's not going to happen. It's going to go through the Senate, and the president will veto it. We got it. I want to do one. I'm sorry, Chris. I've got one last topic. I need to talk to you about this. Real estate developer Steve Wynn, he had this to say about the president. I'm quoting now. The guy keeps making speeches about redistribution, and maybe we ought to do something to businesses that don't invest. They're holding too much money. They haven't heard that kind of talk except from pure socialists. What's your take on that, Chris?
Sounds like it's right out of Atlas Shrugged, and Steve Wynn may want to change his name to John Galt and give a speech to the producers who are punished for producing for society. The problem with this administration is they really don't understand how you create jobs, wealth, and economic growth. They want to punish companies that succeed. They want to subsidize companies that fail. They're academics. They've never had real jobs running real organizations. And so I think that Steve Wynn is speaking for much of corporate America. And this is a real problem. And the president wonder why capital is sitting on the sidelines. I think Steve Wynn has nailed this perfectly, and I think people should listen to him.
Yeah, it's surprising that he's got real guts there to come out with it and say it in public. That's pretty impressive.
Well, when he says that people fear their government, that is a shocking statement, yes, but unfortunately true.
Chris Chocola, Club for Growth. Thanks for joining us, Chris. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Stuart.
Time for your Gold Report.